This is a Headgum original.
Jake and Amir, two Jews that you can't forget. In 2010, they were big on the internet. And all things considered, their success is more than fair. Now here's one more effort for only positive motivations, they swear. Segment. Another podcast. Segment. Each app different from the last. Segment. It's the Swiss Army knife of shows. Meet your two emphatic hosts. Segment.
Hell yeah, we're finally gonna do that live. IRL, hands up, hands raised. We've got the shows. We've got two shows. Let's
not talk about it. It's tacky.
Let's promote the shows because we actually
the shows will sell or they won't.
Well, we
and
forgot
that's
to promote it last week.
The less we
We
talk
didn't
about it, the
promote
more
it
exclusive
when the
it
tickets
seems.
they went on sale and we didn't say anything on pod about it. We forgot to do that. We had to.
I put it on my Insta story. That's that.
Yeah, and you sold
That's
3.5 tickets in Philadelphia. I don't know how that even
Two
happens.
comps.
Yeah.
Two
Okay.
comps.
So it's 3 tickets and 2 comps, which I guess count as a half.
I set aside for Philadelphia athletes that don't even know who I am and will not come to the show.
Yeah, they won't be there. They won't be there. You'll be
Shane
performing.
Victorino, the flying Hawaiian, is on the list.
Right. That doesn't matter because how will you tell him that?
Randall Cunningham,
Yeah,
ex-Philadelphia Eagle,
sure. On the list.
quarterback, punter,
Uh-huh.
on the list. They don't care. They don't know.
They don't
Their
care.
people are clueless to us.
Yeah, exactly.
For
So
all they know, we're two fucking 40-year-old morons who have a podcast.
that's what we are. That is what we are. And they don't even know that. They have no idea that you exist or I exist.
so they won't come.
No.
Right. So
No.
okay, so let's promote. Let's promote it here then.
Yeah.
So why are you making it out like I'm the bad guy?
You're not
Let's
the
promote
bad.
the
You're
show.
the
When is it?
you're the weird guy. You're being
weird guy.
You're being weird about this whole thing. JD Vance
You're
style.
JD Vancing me. JV Dance.
Ooh. Now that's weird. Where do people get the tickets? Where do they get the tickets?
That's the hard part.
Because I don't
That's
know
the
where.
part we
I don't.
haven't quite
We are
figured out
promoting the show. I think people know that we have one. I said the date once, maybe September 27th in Philadelphia, September 28th in New York City.
And most people listening don't live near there.
Right.
That's
so this
a
is a waste of
non-starter
everyone's
for
time.
most.
Yes,
exactly.
And if you go to jakeandamir.com, obviously that forwards to our
YouTube
YouTube
channel.
So you're going to want to go to, it's not that hard, concerts.livenation.com/Jake and Amir segments live, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 09/27/2024 event 020006-107 C7F770D4 !G. This isn't a letter. It's just one of those, like the bar, like the, it's like a slash, but
It's not a
straight
forward
up.
slash. It's not
just
a backslash.
It's just a
vertical
dash, a vertislash.
A vertical dash.
= 1 asterisk VC 5J ZA asterisk underscore GA asterisk OD.
Okay. And wait, D or B?
D. Oh, it looks. God damn! Does it keep on going?
D like
DQ. It literally goes for.
Keeps
It
going.
looks like pie. It looks like
That's
fucking
hard.
pie.
It's fucking irrational. It's a URL that literally can't mathematically end.
But New York's on
How
September
fucked
28th.
is
That one's a lot easier. It's eventbrite.com
it's just jakeandamir.com.
/Jake dash and dash Amir dash segments live tickets 983260500607
Honestly, I think
question mark.
I'm gonna Babe Ruth call my shot, point to the crowd, and say, by the time you guys hear this, New York is sold out.
Really?
How does that sound?
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. So don't bother going to eventbrite.com /Jake and Amir segments live.
It's a waste of our time.
Tickets,
That
yeah.
show is gone, baby, gone.
right.
We haven't sold it out yet.
That is
but
over
by
left
the time
field,
you hear it,
dead center.
Yes.
Okay.
pointing my
Philadelphia is at 3. Is it 3? So you're going to want to scrub back to the URL that I said that was the concerts.live nation 1 and figure that whole thing out.
It should be at headgum.com/live, but I forgot to ask Marika to do that.
Yeah. Well, maybe by the time this one comes out. It's definitely
on our Instagram.
Maybe by the time this comes out, it'll be on headgum.com/live. Because right now, the only show that's being promoted on headgum.com/live is a Headgum happy hour at the Bell House on Tuesday, May 7th.
Yeah,
so that's
season.
Yeah, that was in the spring. That was last
Best
spring.
Case scenario, we're in Philadelphia the 27th, New York the 28th, and there's a ticket link somewhere, probably in the caption of this podcast. How about that?
Well, that'd be great. At the very least, it's in the bio on Instagram.
Don't bother.
It's in your bio.
If you have a ticket to New York, don't show up. It's sold out.
Well, if they have a ticket, then they helped it sell out. So we will need that ass in a seat. Otherwise,
I see.
Okay. Yeah. Otherwise, I guess you collect your money, but you perform to an empty venue, and that can't be what
see a world where I'm there.
Doing it for. Really? Okay.
I think I'm going to do the COVID thing where I say I have it and people can't get mad at me, but I still get the money.
I don't want this to turn into a spreader event because I am, still unvaccinated.
My vax has laxed. It's lapsed and laxed, and I have the super flu. Okay, we did it. We promoted the shows.
Yeah, we promoted the shows, even though we didn't have to promote New York because it's sold out.
It's definitely sold out. It
For
has to
real.
be sold out.
It's sold out.
This actually reminded me that we talked about our live show in Boston like in 2016.
Yeah.
Where the Harvard Lampoon, famous comedy magazine, reached out to us and wanted to have us over / not haze us, but like, what is it called? Like become honorary members? We were
going to be inducted as fools, as they say. Fools, PHOOLS, fools.
I don't even remember that part.
Yeah, well, I kind of like searched Harvard Lampoon hazing ritual this morning to see if I could jog my memory. There's a bunch of articles that kind of cover this this thing, mysterious ritual that's inducting the Harvard Lampoon. I guess like back in the 70s and 80s, it was like a wild, raucous, like swinging from chandeliers, dancing on tabletops type of frat. When we were there, I guess we can tell the story now, but it was a bit different.
Yeah, we talked about sort of doing this a week or two ago, but we didn't get into the story because we forgot if we had told it or not. But I guess we've never told this story.
Yeah,
or if we have, we left out some details.
And maybe we felt like we weren't supposed to say anything because it is a secret. It's a secret ritual,
is kind of
but
secretive.
Yeah, it seems fine.
It's a humor magazine.
We also we don't remember it enough to have a huge effect on anybody.
So here's what we remember. They have a castle on campus that people either live or work out of. And it's like from the 1800s or something.
It looked like a Hogwarts type situation to me. They reached out to us. They said they like inducted people like Jimmy Fallon, John Mulaney into the Harvard Lampoon. And we're like, oh, that sounds cool. That sounds like it's an honor. Like
I'll go anywhere Conan has been.
But maybe they didn't tell us they were going to induct us. They just told us to visit. I don't think because I think the induction thing was a surprise. So I think they were just like, you guys should visit.
We definitely didn't know to what extent. And Marty definitely didn't need to be part of it, nor what did he want to.
So Marty was there with us. Marty would often kind of come to these shows as our de facto manager.
Just to make sure everything is running smoothly and happily.
Yeah, and if anything went wrong or if we needed anything, Marty could kind of be the go-between because we were preparing for the show / getting drunk backstage, so couldn't really be any help. So anyway, it's like 3 p.m. in Boston. We are invited to the castle on campus, and we went there, and they gave us. It was kind of like we got a tour, but we were kind of just milling around in the front 2 rooms, and it was a little weird. I think they asked us if we wanted any wine. There's just kids hanging out there, reading books, drinking beer.
And we were 30 and 32 or something. So
Yeah.
like younger than we are now, but still a lot older than 19 and 21-year-olds
Yeah.
who were there.
So I believe because we had the show later and had just like taken the train up from New York, we're like, oh, we're not going to drink anything. We're just, I guess, here to hang out. But everybody was being very like quiet. It was a little weird. And then they called us into like this other room. They're like, oh yeah, you come in and check out this room. And we walked in.
It was a lot of secret rooms, like bookcases that rotated around and you were in a different place.
Yeah.
Vibe.
We walked into this room. Like the stained glass, dark. Yeah. And there was just a kid. I think he was just sitting there wearing a bird mask or like one of those plague doctor masks. It was like two people in bird masks. And after we walked through that door, we didn't see anybody's face for the next hour and a half. Everyone was wearing bird masks.
Yeah. I don't know if they had robes, but it was definitely robe energy / robe adjacent.
Yeah. Candle lit, lights out, bird mask. We walk in, we're like, oh, hey. And they told us to take a seat. And then they pointed to the floor. They were like, you have to sit on the floor. Sit down.
At that point, we had to make a decision whether we wanted to go along with this at all, haphazardly go along with it, or just like buy all in.
We still had some power here. The door was still open. Yeah. You and I are like, we're like looking at each other. We're laughing. Like, are we actually going to do this? Are we going to go through with this? This seems weird. Marty is like, I shouldn't be here. You guys, like whatever this is. You obviously want to do it with Jake and Amir. Marty's like, I don't need to be inducted. I don't need to be a fool.
Go to Quiznos. Yeah. I'm actually pretty hungry.
I just drove them here.
I thought this was a Chipotle. Yeah.
But I guess that like they wanted him to stay too, or maybe they also just didn't really know how to handle the situation. So Marty sits down.
Have some people being like, no, I don't want it. Like, it's such a weird moment when like someone doesn't want to play along at all.
Yeah.
But like that has to have happened if it was like, if it was us today or Jimmy Fallon at age 40 and he's like, yeah, I don't have time for this.
Yeah, I'm not doing this. But no, I think there's something about the Ivy League of it all.
Harvard.
Yeah.
It's that the name elite. Harvard and then the lampoon. Mm-hmm. They're like, all right, this is as close as I'll get to being a part of this institution.
And I have to be honest, the access that I've gotten in my life as a fool, I don't know if you tried to get on like an overbooked flight or check into a hotel ahead of time. If you tell them you're a fool,
house, and they were tasing me. They tased my
They'll tase
ass.
you, but they won't mace you. That's being a fool.
Because I'm a fool. Yeah. And I am foolish for trying. I'll try to enter a lounge at the Delta terminal in LAX. Tell them I'm a fool.
So there was basically
it's like being an Erewhon member.
After this, there was just like, this is why I think it's okay that we can talk about it, because I don't specifically remember. It was very cavernous. We kept on like going downstairs into like other weird rooms. And every room that we went to, there was some kind of like riddle that we needed to solve, and everybody was being
get to the next.
Everyone was being mean to us.
That was part of the charm / reason why Marty didn't want to be there anymore.
They were making fun of us. I can't really remember exactly how, but I remember feeling stupid and that they were doing it on purpose.
Yeah, because it's half an honor, half sort of like triggers your I'm being bullied part of your brain, where you're like, get the fuck away from me. You're younger than me and a sort of a bookworm / comedy nerd. I don't need to be here.
I don't have to take this. I'm 30. But
but
I also know that
at the same time, we did kind of have to take it.
Yeah, because once we got through that second room, we're like, all right, the only way out is through. And I think this is also like a very condensed, basically into an hour or two. It's a condensed process of what the hazing ritual is to actually be inducted. If you like go to Harvard, it's like several weeks of these torturous mind games. So
it is kind of like a comedy fraternity.
It felt
hazing of sorts.
It was also good that we were there together, because I think you and I just kept the three of us were kind of like laughing at each other, like not taking it super seriously. But I do remember trying to get the riddles pretty hard. I think I remembered guessing, and I was so sure that I was right that I was like, there's no right answer because it's about creativity or something. And they're like, no.
Slaps you.
That's a stupid guess.
You obviously didn't even apply to this school.
There was an intimidation to the guessing of all of their riddles because it's like they're Harvard students and they're clearly kind of smart. So I'm like,
yeah, and they were still smarter than, like, even a 19-year-old Harvard student is smarter than us.
Yeah, I'm a goddamn
now.
dropout.
Yeah.
So like, I feel like all of that was coming back.
Did you find any specifics when you searched the Lampoon hazing ritual?
No, most of it was coverage from 1979. So there was no specifics on exactly what we would have went through, but I think we did like there's maybe things like you have to. No, I'm not entirely sure. All I remember was being in like different rooms and answering different riddles.
Yeah, I remember trying to even write for my college comedy newsletter, and I couldn't. Like, it was a very like specific style of humor and very like insidery and like very clicky, and I just couldn't penetrate that fortress that they had. So like doing it
Interesting.
even as a 30-something-year-old at Harvard brought back those memories as well, where I'm like, just usher me from room to room, let me get this honorary anything. Like, is there a record of any of this, or is it just like, now you are this, bye, and like now there's no,
we
like,
didn't sign a
is our
plaque
name
or
there or
anything.
something? Right?
That was God, I wish I could remember this, but this is why it's good that I don't, because I think this is like the most secret part. I think like the final answer to one of the riddles is like they open the door to the great room in the
there was a large dining room.
Yeah, like that was like the dining hall, the big giant like prize, the showroom basically. And they're like, the answer to life's riddle or whatever is experiencing it with your friends or whatever. And then we opened it up and there was like a bunch of kids in there and they all like cheered and clapped for us.
The robes off.
Yeah. And then it was kind of like, it was kind of worth it. There was definitely a moment of euphoria as I'm like, oh, okay, all the teasing is over and these people have accepted me. Look, they're applauding for me.
So now you understand why fraternities haze. Yeah. Anyway, Marty and Conan O'Brien are both members of the Harvard Lampoon now because of that.
They're both
fateful
fools.
Afternoon. Didn't they then have a party that night that we went to, like after the show? Or was that a separate Harvard invitation?
That's what I don't remember. I think we went. Was that was just like that insane frat party that we went to, right?
And Dave was there.
Yeah. That was. I think it was the same weekend, but it was a different fraternity. It was one of the. It was like from. It was like that thing from the Facebook movie. It was a finals party, the final house or whatever.
Yeah, we were tapped by 2 final houses that night.
Yeah, we were invited to a finals party, and I remember like it was so fucking insane. It was just a mansion that was a club. There was a giant ice luge in like a formal dining room. Everybody was just like smoking cigarettes inside, strobe lights upstairs. I remember literally dancing on the biggest dining table I've ever seen.
Yeah, probably from 1743.
There was just somebody walking around in a fur coat. I'm 8 years older than anybody at this party.
That's the only way to feel like a Harvard sophomore, is to be a 29-year-old non-Harvard person who's doing a live show in Boston that
I
night.
needed the confidence of somebody that sold out the House of Blues to be able to walk in there.
And again, tickets for our Philadelphia show not selling well.
Really bad.
We need to go to UPenn.
And if there's something I could be inducted to in Pennsylvania, I think that would be really nice. Fuck, even if it's Temple or Drexel or whatever, I don't care at this point.
Our first live show ever, I believe, was in LaSalle, our first college show, which is in Philadelphia.
That's right. That is right.
I don't know, bookends, something there, something special.
Do you remember who hosted that show? It was you and me performing with...
I don't remember. Dan Levy or somebody?
Dan Levy was the host. You and I think he introduced us, and it was John Mulaney.
God, whatever happened to him? I feel like I haven't heard much about John Mulaney since that night.
Yeah.
I guess comedy's not for everybody.
Couldn't cut it.
A lot of people can't. I mean, even us, we're struggling to sell tickets in Philadelphia. So like, it happens to
Even us, we've
everybody.
only sold 3 tickets in Philly. I wonder if he's in the Lampoon. I think he is. I think they name dropped him.
Did he answer the riddle correctly though? I wonder if they just sort of ushered him from room to room.
See, they must have had such different experiences because when when it's just Fallon or it's just Mulaney, they are alone doing all of it. So it might have been actually kind of intimidating.
Maybe you get more into it.
Yeah.
It had like a Sleep No More vibe if you've ever done that. It's like the immersive play experience.
I haven't, but it does. I mean, it rings true from what I know about Sleep No More. Basically, Sleep No More, except everybody's teasing you and they're 19.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Nice stroll down memory lane. Thank you to Helix for sponsoring this episode of our show.
Wahoo!
Jake, you sleep on a Helix.
I sure do.
So you know how easy it was to take that quick, simple little sleep
fuck
quiz.
off with that attitude. Why don't you fuck off with that attitude? Because I studied for years and I took the exam and I passed the exam. Barely, by the way. Barely. Because it's
There's
not
no
that
pass
easy.
or fail. It's just how do you
I
sleep?
got it done.
Where do you
At the end of
prefer?
the day, that's all that
Firmness,
matters.
solid-
It is pass fail. And
not.
I almost
Yeah.
failed, but I got it done. I got it done.
Right.
So,
So
I have
you
a
take
great
this.
mattress.
Yeah, you take the sleep
I have a
quiz.
great
and
mattress.
I know you do.
Yeah.
Because after you take the quiz, they send you a personalized mattress shipped directly to your door free of charge.
That is correct.
And there's no better way to test out a new mattress than by checking out Helix. And it's not just us. This is an award-winning mattress.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The #1 mattress picked by GQ and Wired, and it comes with a 10 or 15-year warranty depending on the model.
Yeah, GQ and JQ. That's Jake Cutie.
Jake Quarterly. Helix is offering 25% off all mattress orders and 2 free pillows for our listeners if you go to helixsleep.com/segments.
Segments.
That's helixsleep.com/segments. It's the best offer yet, and it won't last long. With Helix, a better night of sleep starts now. Thank you, Helix.
Funny.
Welcome back.
Hey.
I don't even think we introduced the show. It's segments
Segments.
after all these years.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you're searching Google for Philadelphia, Jake and Amir live show segments, and we
Right.
have to figure out what the segments will be for these shows too.
That's true. Guarantee poetry or noetry, right?
Has to be at least one. You said you wanted to do a mystery guest, which seems really hard because we'd have to sneak somebody into the room that one of us doesn't see.
Right. Someone would be backstage with a mic saying yes or no to the questions.
That's pretty cool, actually.
Actually, we'd have a proxy saying yes or no. So the proxy is saying yes or no while one of us guesses.
Wow. So there will be a mystery guest and a mystery proxy.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. What's this segment?
All right. This segment is, there's a popular Reddit called Ask Reddit, where people ask questions that they're curious about. And I decided that we could just kind of make Ask Reddit ask Jake and Amir because, they're asking, these are open questions. Anybody can answer. Why not us? So some user asks, what's a toxic trait that you recognize in yourself? I'll give you the 2 top answers. This person says, I'm inflexible. I want to do things my own way. And the other person, the person after that says, I don't talk about my feelings at all. It's hard to know if I'm sad or mad about something. That's interesting. That's very interesting.
It
sounds like somebody else.
If I'm sad or mad.
Right.
You think that's me?
Well, I think you don't talk about your
feelings. Sad or mad?
Yeah.
I'm really sad right now, and I'm mad.
Yeah.
That you think that?
I do think actually that you mask your feelings. You hide them with humor. By the way, you're doing it right now. Are you okay?
But that's not a toxic trait. That's actually my entire...
Are you okay? There it is. Yeah.
I don't think we're gonna fucking sell out New York, man.
Cry like a fucking
I tried to
loser.
put it out
You're a
the
you're a nerd.
I guess your toxic trait is that you're really, really mean to me. So mine is that I don't talk about me being sad, which is like kind of a nice
Yeah.
toxic trait, really. Yours is that you're outwardly mean to people,
Yeah.
which is probably the worst toxic trait.
That's the
one
most
could
toxic you can be.
have. And you don't even recognize it in yourself, which makes it even
I'm
worse.
brash and negative. I'm combative
To a
and
fault.
mean.
To a fucking fault. Actually, I'll give just a general shout out to Reddit. I've been using Reddit more and more recently.
Oh yeah.
That website is getting better and better. I don't know if you use Reddit like that. But it's
like what?
Everything has a community that's like thriving and it has like interesting questions and answers.
Yeah, I disagree. I think that there are, if you know exactly where to look, and if you find the right community, you can definitely find what you want. If you say,
And in general, it's a lot more positive than any other internet community I've found.
I don't know about that. I think everybody at Reddit is kind of, as we call them, a circle jerking diva. I think people really enjoy hearing their own take and hoping their comment gets voted to the top.
Yes.
For instance, if you go on the surfing Reddit and you see anybody looking, what's the best 9-foot board or whatever, you'll see a lot of people being like, stay out of the water. You're a bad surfer. You don't like surfing.
No
etc.
way. Really?
I mean, not that direct.
This is really fucked. And that gets upvoted. They're all just mean to you for some reason. Yeah, I'm on the surfing subreddit. It looks like a really nice place, but your pinned post at the top, please don't talk to this guy.
I have a lot of money
He's
and I
kind of
hate the
mean to
beach.
everybody.
Which wetsuit keeps the sand out the most? Looking for a surf instructor who can prop me up on a wave long enough to take a picture for my Tinder bio.
I want a boogie board and see some tits.
And
I'm all out of tits.
How much money will it cost to close down your beach for a photo shoot of mine?
Yeah, I'm surprised that the surfers, which are already a positive community,
They're
plus
not.
subreddit
They're not.
is
They're
not
not. They're
more
not
of
a positive community.
community.
Yeah, no. I think some of them. I mean, it's just like anything. But you find a lot of gatekeeping on Reddit. Oh man, especially like the parenting subreddits. They can be very, very shamey about doing whatever you're doing. You're asking advice on like how to do baby-led feeding, and everybody is like, your baby's gonna choke or whatever. So there's. I agree with you. Here's an example of a good one. We were trying to get like our baby cam, our nanit, to work on vacation where we were staying at a hotel that had an unprotected Wi-Fi. And
Right, you have to like log into you put your last name and room number.
Right.
And how do you do that on a nanny?
Yeah, on that camera, you need to give a web like a wireless password, and if there isn't a password, you just can't get in. So there was like a Reddit community that had an answer, and we were able to find it. But I think
that's nice.
I feel like I think that YouTube is better because whatever I'm looking for, I usually like a video explainer, and I don't like wading through a bunch of comments, and some of them are helpful and some of them are like 2 years old, so they're kind of out of date. I prefer YouTube to Reddit.
Interesting. Yeah, I used YouTube recently to fix my toilet.
And how did it go?
Well,
Water's filling up your Zoom background.
I hate for this to turn into a home repair hour, but I don't know if you know a lot about siphon jet clogs.
What did you do?
I'll protect my sink. That's when you take a shit on the handle.
And that's your most toxic trait.
Oh, right. We're talking about toxic traits. No, with like my flush was becoming weaker and weaker and weaker in one of the toilets. And eventually like it took like 3, 4, 5. And then like it just swirled but didn't flush.
Was that in the guest toilet right across the hall?
Yeah.
I could have told you that toilet had a very weak flush. Very weak.
Yeah.
It was a real issue.
Well, now
when
I know
was
why.
staying there. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, actually, it wasn't until after you got there. It said it found a turd from when you were here that was thick like clay, and it latched
The
onto
density
the porcelain.
of a bowling ball. So there was like a deep clog?
It was a clog like, like when you flush your toilet, it goes down and up. And
Oh.
there's like a down and up compartment that you can't see like back there.
Right.
That you can clear out with like some sort of like acid CLR that you can buy. But a cool thing that I learned is if you turn the water off to your toilet, you can flush your toilet without just the handle. You just take a bucket of water and pour it into the bowl and it flushes.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You really have to trust that because you have a bucket of water that's more than the toilet bowl can hold. And they're like, just pour the entire bucket in there. And if it flushes away, that means that there's like a clog in the flushing mechanism. And if it's totally clogged, then it'll just shoot water everywhere because there's too much room. So I'm like, all right, I hope this works. I take this bucket of water and like pour it into the bowl and it flushes. It sounds like a regular flush, but I didn't touch the handle at all. And then after that, there's a little bit of water left. It like flushes the water and leaves a little bit left so that when you add that CLR, it can be more concentrated and help dissolve whatever clog you have.
Interesting.
So YouTube taught me that.
And it's flushing better now?
It is flushing better now, yeah.
Congratulations. And does that make you happy? Because I think it's important that you talk about your feelings.
It actually makes me begrudge my old man. Why did I have to go to YouTube to learn that?
Adults,
like
how do you exercise your creativity?
Yeah, no, I was going to say maybe start a vlog or a blog.
I guess we already had that. We kind of have the answer to that one. Okay, here's a question. To those who have been cheated on, how did you find out that they were cheating? Do you ever get cheated on?
I've never been cheated on. If I have, then I did actually never found out, but I was like told towards the end of a relationship that she's like, yeah, I ended up kissing this other person at a party.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. But it was sort of the beginning of the end anyway. It wasn't like in the middle of a relationship where I found out,
right,
where I caught somebody doing anything.
I think I had something similar to that, but I think it was like after we had, it was like one of those very, very early relationships where like we had broken up, but we were still kind of together, like still jealous of each other.
We were on a break.
Yeah. It's like we weren't together, but we were like, but we're not hooking up with anybody else, but she was or something. It was like I found out about an event, but I was a much worse cheater. I think if I ever found out that I had been cheated on, I would have just been like, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. I'm sure I did way worse.
Fair.
Okay. Yeah, I deserve that. Okay, this is a nice one. Peeves, Poltergeist. I don't know why I'm giving these people credit. They didn't write to us, but just some guy on Reddit wrote, what is your favorite way to use the word fuck?
I probably in a pain, like stubbing my finger / toe.
That's your favorite? You love to be in pain?
Yeah, it's a cathartic fuck. Like it's a visceral capital F fuck, like scream. I don't get to scream fuck very often.
I think I say fuck when I orgasm.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
So you're like, I am fucking. It's almost like
right.
You're reading a chat GPT of like what the
I am
experience
fucking.
is like.
I am fucking. This is why everyone's cheated on me.
That's your favorite way to say it too. How cool is that?
Can I ask you a personal question?
No.
When you come, what do you say? I want to know.
That is a personal question. Actually,
do you say,
don't know because
you say,
I brown out.
So you say, I'm browning out.
I'm elsewhere.
I'm browning out.
I'm gone. I wake up and it's 3 hours later. It's
really?
Like it's a car accident. I don't remember the whole day. I wake up in a puddle of my own drool. What happened?
Yeah, in an adult diaper full of your semen. My brain acts
as though, yes, exactly. I've been through a traumatic event, but it's like the opposite.
Yeah.
I guess it's an orgasmic trauma.
Okay. All right, fine. Do you want another question?
All right, one last one.
Ooh, here we go. What's the smoothest pickup line you've ever been told?
Been told?
I don't think I've ever heard a pickup line that was good or would work.
I don't know if girls give me pickup lines.
Yeah, definitely nobody. Oh, I guess if one, I was taking it as just like somebody told you to use a pickup line or a pickup line that you had tried.
Oh, like but a guy told me to use this pickup line.
I think I remember we were like at a bar, it was a long time ago when we were touring in DC. And do you remember when I was growing my big ass beard with the bet that I had with Streeter?
Yep.
This was a time when not a lot of people our age had beards. I guess they weren't as trendy as they are now. So I felt pretty self-conscious of this beard all the time. And somebody walked up to me in the bar and told me that they liked my beard. And I remember like thinking that was awesome at the time.
That's the reason people do that. Like the whole point of it's like peacocking, as they say. It's like I'm gonna wear this thing.
I'll
or
stand
grow this
out,
thing
and then
or
somebody
have this
has
thing,
something.
And now it's
Somebody can
it's a
compliment.
conversation
Yeah,
starter.
right,
It's an
right.
icebreaker.
Yeah.
Cool. This nice that.
Has anybody
Nice
ever
hat,
come up
nice
to you?
boot.
Has anybody ever come on to you?
I'm sure they have, and I don't remember what the heck they said. I remember once a lady constantly flirting with me by saying that I had to stare into her eyes when we cheersed.
Oh, that's cute.
It's pretty flirtatious because I would always look at the cup. It's like, no, stare into my eyes. It's like, whoa, okay.
Wow.
I guess it made a mark if I remember it.
Yeah. That's so hot.
My God, I'm turned on. I am fucking. And then she's like, "Oh, actually, I think you have a sty."
That's why I want you to
That's
look
why
at me.
I wanted you to do that.
Yeah. Okay. Confirmed. This is a wandering eye. Yeah. Your left eye can't focus.
I think you have strabismus or a lazy eye. I recommend a subreddit to diagnose the entire thing.
Yeah.
Medical stuff is also very good at subreddit. I know you got like random medical things here and there. Avital and I find that talking to people who have suffered through this thing or like combing through an entire community of people that have this thing is so much better than talking to a doctor.
Yeah, I can see that, but then I also sometimes if I have something wrong with me, I'll look. Like when I hurt my back, I was like looking to see if it was, what is this thing or whatever. And then you just find somebody who's like had chronic back pain for 3.5 years and they can't solve it. And you're like, okay, I don't know if this is helpful or scary to me because I don't think I have that. And I don't know if I want that. But so it's like going to WebMD when you're like, I have a tickle in the back of my throat and being like, I think I have throat cancer.
Throat cancer. Yeah, it's always throat cancer. And it's like the people that are posting, they are the people that are struggling. Nobody's like, oh, I'm totally fine and I'm on a back subreddit.
Yeah.
My dog is healthy and I'm on epileptic dog. This
Yeah.
is just totally cool.
Right.
Don't worry
you
about
just
it.
end up reading horror stories, which I guess is maybe nice and cathartic because then you can you think about how your life is not as bad.
A group therapy.
Yeah.
All right. Solid seg.
Handsome.
All right, we're back. Let's do a classic, an old segment that I want to bring back, not because it's necessarily a fan favorite. It's just fun for me to play.
Okay. Let's hear it.
And I'm talking about a game I invented that I'll take credit for.
Yeah.
It's called Verdle, and it is verbal Wordle.
Okay. That's five. We're doing 5. Yeah.
Verdle is verbal Wordle.
Are you still playing Wordle? Are you still playing Wordle?
I'm actually not, and I should. I used to just try to get it in one, so I'll like open Wordle once a day and write tiger, and it's like if it's not tiger, I'm out.
Yeah.
Or begin or like some word. But now like it's been so long, I'm like, what if they already used tiger, and I'm just spinning my wheels for nothing?
Right.
So
Yeah. Cool. Good for you. I'm happy you broke the cycle.
Okay. I got a word, so you guess.
Is it tiger?
You got it in one.
Amazing. Fucking amazing.
No. Well, the joy of Verdle is that one, people can it's almost like an exercise in trying to keep your mind acute and aware and being able to figure out in real time which squares are green and yellow, and then you have to figure that word out based on those clues.
Right.
So, give me your first guess.
Plate.
Okay, plate is.
It's actually hard for you as well.
Yes, it's really hard for me. Green. Sorry.
What?
Gray.
Asshole.
Let me start with the top. Gray, 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 gray. It's an all gray, or an Earl Grey as they call it.
Really? You just
Yeah.
eliminated P, L, A, T, and E. That's wild. How about crowd? Wish I did something with another vowel, but crowd.
Yellow,
Okay.
gray,
Uh,
gray, gray, gray.
all right. So all we have is a C. Okay.
And I should say you guys can play at home. I totally forgot.
Spunk.
With a C?
S? Of course not.
No, I'll give it to you.
No. I was gonna say.
I forgot this
all
is hard mode. You have to use the C.
Okay, I have to use the C. Okay, so where would the C go? Well, there's no E, so OCT. It's not UCT. It could be UCT. OCT.
Could be UCB.
Okay. Oh my God.
This is a tough car game because you have to give it your utmost concentration. You probably would drive into a wall at this point.
So I said plate. Okay. So SC. Not score. Scour. No, we already said crowd. Fucking hell.
You can give up. I should say you could
I'm not
totally
gonna
call
give up.
quits.
I'm not going to give up. But there's, okay, I like SC, but maybe I shouldn't like SC as much as I do. Maybe it's going to be CK. Okay. Not shock. Obviously, it's not shock.
Well, I mean, you could just say it just to get some more information. It's not like
Pluck.
you have to get
Pluck. Oh no, no. I already guessed P. I already guessed plate. This sucks. This is so
gray,
hard. No. Wait, hold on.
It's funny that you spent 4 minutes debating a word and then chose the worst option.
Yeah. It's like frick. No, yeah. Well, yeah, frick.
F?
Yeah.
I don't even think that's a word, but I'll let you have it.
Okay.
Just because we really have to get a third guess.
We have to move on. Yeah.
Gray.
No F.
Gray.
I already did an R.
Yellow.
Yeah.
Yellow.
Okay.
Gray.
So I know there's an IC. This is obscene.
And you're three guesses deep. You only got 3 guesses left.
Stick. No, wait, but that was yellow. No. Okay, hold on.
Stick is. Do you want it?
No, I don't.
Are you locking it in?
No, I don't want to lock it in. But there's an S. Wait, have I guessed S yet? I don't think so.
No. You
Plate,
guessed
crowd,
plate.
and
You
frick.
guessed. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. So there's. I think there's an
this long
S.
course.
It's really hard to fucking do this game. S C.
That's our time. I don't know what to tell you guys. Jake milked the clock. He's stalling, I guess.
I'm not stalling.
Trying to run
It's
out.
hard to think of the. It's really embarrassing. This is embarrassing. I would challenge anybody to sit in this hot seat. Okay, it's honestly is exactly what I felt like at the Lampoon. This is exactly how it felt. It's like now I'm nervous that I'm so dumb that I can't think of a word, and it's kind of making my brain shut down.
Yeah.
But I know there's an S and a C and an I. I don't know there's an S,
Why do you know?
Because I feel like you were really eager to give me
an
stick,
I and a C.
And I feel like,
Yeah.
Okay, how about but not stack, and it's not stuck. Could it be stuck? No, it wouldn't be, because I think was there a K? What did I do? Plate. What did I say? Plate, crowd. Frick. Yeah. It's not that. It's not stuck. You just want me to guess it. You piece of shit. Scion.
SCION.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know I already guessed it with the crowd. Everybody at home could shut up.
Yellow.
Right, because I didn't move that.
Gray. And you are 4 guesses deep.
I
you have
learn
not
anything.
gotten a green.
I didn't learn anything.
You have 5 and 6 left.
There's an S and there's a C. Oh.
I should say this word is so weird, you probably have never heard it, nor do I think I'm spelling it correctly at all.
Okay, maybe it starts with an I.
The word was frick. Frick.
Oh Oh my good Lord. This is so sad.
We've never done this before, but I think we have to cut this. Like we can't
release this,
out.
right? We cannot release this. All right, what's the goddamn what's the word?
Episode. No, you're not giving up. You have 5. You haven't got another guess.
I have one more
This
guess.
is crazy.
Or do I have? I
Two
don't
more
get 6.
guesses.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, plate. You got what was it?
I don't
Frick,
fucking-
Scion.
Yeah, Scion
Stuck?
crowd. I think. Let me guess the first word again. Just like erase everything that I have ever even.
Let's
said.
start from scratch.
Oh my God, it's got to be it.
That's a 7.
Well, I have to move the
word.
I. Okay. Ika. I see. No. What? Why would it be that? Is
that even a word?
Ikash a word?
It has to be, right?
Do you think this word is easy?
I do. Yeah, you're just not thinking of a very obvious word.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I don't even think you'll get the sweet catharsis of like, oh, right.
Yeah.
You'll just be like, oh, yeah, I should have just.
Yeah. It's like disc, but not that.
Yeah, might as well be disc.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Dices.
Sure. Could be dices. You can guess that and see how it does.
Yeah, why not?
Just because you
wait,
have,
no.
yeah.
Crowd has a D in it. Oh, hell. This sucks ass. This absolutely sucks. You can't.
I think I could tell why you stopped playing Wordle.
No, Wordle is a
you were
lot
feeling
easier.
this
You
every
can,
morning.
you don't have to do this in Wordle because you can see all the things you've already guessed. It's really hard
That's
to
the
keep
joy
track.
/ challenge of Verdle,
Okay.
which is once again verbal Wordle for turtles.
Coins.
COINS coins.
I keep on guessing this goddamn O. Just whatever. I don't care.
Yeah, well, now we're at the I don't care.
I don't care.
Flipping the Monopoly board over. Yellow, gray, yellow,
Yeah, because I haven't moved any of these letters around.
gray, yellow. And now you definitely don't remember, and you have one last guess. You have yet to get a green because you don't deserve a green.
Okay, let's just look at my keyboard. I can do that, right?
Jesus, you just texted me, please just let me know what it is. That's so fucking pathetic. All right, fine.
Oh my God. I know that it's not spice, but I'm just gonna say spice.
Spice.
I know.
Is.
It's yellow,
Yellow,
gray, yellow,
yellow,
gray.
yellow, gray.
Yeah, I know that. What's the
word-
goddamn word?
The word was music. It was just music. I don't know what else to tell you, man. I'm sorry. It was M-U-C-I.
That's music to my ears. That is music to my ears. Because now it's your turn, you little piece of shit. Yeah. Let's see how easy this fucking game is when you play it. Okay?
All right.
Go ahead. I've got the word.
I guess I'll start with music, just since it's on the brain.
Okay.
You short circuit again. Oh, fuck.
Gray, yellow,
Ooh.
gray, yellow,
Ooh. Oh.
gray.
Wow. So it has a U and an I as well. Let's do fluid.
Green. 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 Green.
Yeah. I almost didn't guess fluid because the I wasn't green in the first guess, but you said yellow for some reason. But I thought you messed up. So I overrided what the true sense of the game was and figured that the Verdle master would be wrong. And I was right. You were wrong. and I got it in less than a minute, and I did get it in 2.
Let's promote
I
our new Tottenham podcast. Let's close this goddamn show. Let's talk about the new show that we have over on Patreon.
Oh, yeah, the Coys Boys.
The Coys Boys.
The Coys Boys.
That's right.
Is a totally new podcast we have on our Patreon.
That's right.
Jake is walking me through the world of English Premier League football.
Yes.
Through the lens of the Tottenham Hotspurs.
Right.
But I'm not ready to commit just
You're
yet.
not
I'm
fully
sampling
Coys,
other squads.
But no, you're pretty fully Coys. You've been to a Tottenham game. The only other team you really could root for is Burnley, but they've been relegated. So it's kind of the only Premier League game that you have been to is a Tottenham game. That's the only team that
I would like to see them play every squad once. So I think I can put them above Leicester City.
Right.
However it went.
Yeah. Because we saw them play Leicester, and what did you like about the ways that the Spurs played that game?
They passed really well, and they had a lot of chances at goals, though they didn't actually find the back of the net more than once. So it was a 1-1 draw, which was not super exciting, but at the very least they were attacking a lot. They weren't on the defense.
Tottenham had like 15 shots, 13 corners. It was an exciting game. Frustrating but exciting. Anyway,
it was a fine draw.
Check us out if you're on a Premier League journey, because I know a lot of people are. It's over on patreon.com/JA.
Yeah, and that's in addition to the Jake and Amir watches that we still have up there.
Exactly. If this goes well, that's potentially another 38 episode podcast this year if we cover every single.
It's like one after every match, or
well, yeah, it will be. It'll have to be. Otherwise, how will you become a fan?
Seems like a lot. Yeah.
No,
but I
it's
did
not
see
that much.
The first game was second game is really early on Saturday.
7
So
a.m. your time. 7 a.m. That's not that
Yeah.
bad. You can get up for that. I've gotten up for a game at 4:30.
It's really early. It's way too early. 4:30. Why would a game start that early?
Well, because overseas it's starting at 9:30. Or maybe I was visiting LA at
Why
the time.
would it? Why would it start that Burnley?
Nice.
That's right, another team. I'm learning. And you can too on patreon.com/JA.
Right on.
And thank you guys for watching. And again, get tickets to that Philadelphia show. Sorry, the New
Please.
York show sold out. I don't know what to tell you guys.
You
The
snoozed and
tickets went
losed.
fast and fierce in NYC. So if you're halfway in between Philly and New York, you can actually see the first segment's show will be Philadelphia. That should be an even more exciting show. So we'll see you there. And we'll be back next week. Goodbye for now.
Bye.
Ciao, everybody.
That was a Headgum original.